Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is my Redcat Gen 7 that I competed with in the no scale class for class 2 at Cedar Rapids last month. And I noticed the scale class was a lot larger, so I thought I would get my second Redcat body out and scale it up with all kinds of things that we bolt onto our trucks. And unfortunately, sometimes competitions are more about a truck show than an actual performance. So I did the no scale class last time and won that pretty easily. So this time I thought I'd scale it up and do the scale class when I go back. And this has quite a lot of stuff on it now. I've added some nice features that I don't think are generally seen on a Redcat Gen 7, but I'll show you what they are. Right on the back, you can see I've got the tail lights on it. I just put those through the bumper. I didn't really electrify the body other than the light bar that you saw in the last take, but I have that on a switch so I can run the lower lights without the light bar if I don't want to be blinded. And sometimes at night it's fun to not have to be dazzled by your headlights. On the top, I got all these scale things. The coolest one to me is that snatch block. That's an actual functional snatch block. If I decided to do a side pull, I could do that, or double up for more power. I've got a metal land anchor, which is pretty cool. The scale sleeping bag, which I don't know if that's points or not, but I thought it looked cool. Kind of matches the dash inside too, so thought it was kind of bougie to have that. Also, this is a scale tire that I could actually bolt onto my truck and drive it out. It's kind of like a service spare that you would find in your own personal vehicle. Might not be the size of the tire that you would drive on the road, but it's one you would put on the vehicle to get you back home. Also, I've got the Redcat high lift jack, jerry can. I have an axial toolbox tied onto the front here because they haven't done anything annoying in the RC community. I'd like to support them for not. And then on the other side here, let me swap around, I'll show you what I got there. On this side, I have the, I don't know what you call that square thing that you can, it's kind of a bridge you can put over stuff and drive on it if you need to. I've got the Redcat shovel. I have a Redcat axe there that's a little harder to see. And then also a functional tow rope that has a big enough hook on it that I custom bent that if necessary I could tow another vehicle with it and just hook it right around the frame rail of something like a Rift or a Capra or whatever needs to be recovered by a Gen 7. I'll move to the front. I've got the functional winch, lights. I have a metal steering link protector on the bottom, and I credit that with saving my steering servo and linkage because it takes a pounding and it just doesn't break. This is one of my favorite features of the truck that is unusual on a Redcat Gen 7 is a clear windshield, and it was not easy to make that clear so you could see inside. And I went ahead and got some of those HPI driver and co-driver, and I actually left the roll cage for the Gen 7 Pro in the body because it's cool looking, and it's also points at a competition. So driver and co-driver, once again I switched off the light bar because it's blinding and you wouldn't actually be able to see what's going on there. But I think this turned out really cool and it's super capable. I did lose 2 degrees of climb by adding all this stuff on the top. It went from being able to climb at just over 60.0 degrees. It was like, I don't know, I remember, like 60 and a half. Down to about 58.5 or so. So I did lose 2 degrees of climb on it, but I'm not too concerned about that because the obstacles there weren't too tough. And of course I got my sticker, a little tip of the hat to Matt's Off-Road Recovery. I wanted to make it my own though, a little bit, and just put it like that. I love their channel. Watch them if you are into off-road stuff. The guy's a gentleman and he's never made anything that isn't family safe. So if you're looking for good content online, I highly recommend Matt's Off-Road Recovery, and his family of people that he goes around with. But I may work a little more on the video, but that is the outside scale stuff for now that I think is going to make a difference. I also worked on this thing a little bit.